out to your mat. We're gonna get started on the ground. And then just sit however's comfortable. You can lay down if you want, or sit up just so you can hear me. And we're always gonna start with the ground. So finding just a comfortable position, whether that's seated or laying flat. And then just take your shoulders, roll them back in the socket. Right, next tuck the chin, spine is long. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Letting go of anything you don't need. A big inhale, fills your lungs up, big breath in. Exhale, let go of limiting thoughts, limiting decisions, limiting choices. One more time, big breath in, deep inhale. And coming back into your body, back into this moment, back onto your mat. Welcome back. Taking a moment to set an intention for your hour, whatever that is, whether it's just to spend time with yourself, whether that's to get a nice sweat going, or just to get to work out, to move your body, whatever that is, setting an intention right here, right now, making that clear in your mind's eye, and then take a big inhale, and exhale, let that intention go, releasing it to the universe. And then open your eyes and come onto your back if you're not already there. We're going to start, as always, with a little bit of spinal articulation. So starting in our normal bridge position, coming down to the mat, you're going to stack. So your ankles are directly underneath your knees, your feet, and knees are hips apart, arms are by your sides, palms face down, nice tuck the chin, back the neck is long. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, squeeze the knees, tuck, roll, lift your hips up to the ceiling. Inhale, get on top, exhale, bring it all the way down, vertebra by vertebra, with control. Good, inhale, exhale, tuck, roll, squeeze, lift your hips up, nice control, warming up the spine. Inhale on top, exhale, bring it down, teaching your body to move with your breath. One last time, big breath in, exhale, tuck, roll, lift your hips all the way up. And then this time, hold your hips on top, bring your breathing pattern back to normal with your hips held high. Squeezing the glutes, pulling the belly button in, scan through your body. One last time, from the tip of your toes to the top of your head. Tuned in, tapped in, turn on. And then in this alignment for a 2 count, we're going to take the hips, drop up, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, down 2, then singles for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, more, 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hips stay up, calf raises, heels up, and down. 2, and down. 3, 4, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, heels up, and pummel your hips up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. I'm going to count down from 10. We're going to drop the heels, drop the hips, and we're going to start over again. So there's no break in the middle. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels down, hips up, and down. 2, 3, 4, just 2 rounds. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Give me 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, hips up and pump, right away on top. Feet are flat, grounded to the floor, feeling those inner thighs, right? Feeling the undersides of the glutes firing, shaking out the butt. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And our last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And all the way down to release your back. Pull your knees in. Giving yourself a nice big hug. Taking a breath. Okay. So we're going to go into some abs right here. So you're going to grab onto one of your weights. I would grab something heavier. If you have lighter weights, you can hold one in each hand. I'm going to use a 10 pound and I'm just going to use one. Okay, so we're going to go start a double crunch. This will be time. So we're going to take knees to the chest. We're going to extend the legs out, extend the weight out, reach out. And then we're just going to pull right back into the chest. Okay, double crunch. So we're going 30 seconds. So grab your weight. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Big reach. Big tuck. Right? If you need to modify, you can always do one leg. You can follow Felicia's, just one leg at a time. Right? If there's no weights, all good. You'll still feel the abs burning right there. And squeeze your legs and your inner thighs together. Nice big tuck the tailbone off the mat. I like to bring the weights to the ankles. So you have that really deep tuck. Getting the deepest activation, exhale, of your six pack. Time good. Feet are down to the mat. We're going to full sit up. We're going to take the weight to the side and then back down. Alternating. Here we go. If you need to modify, do a crunch. You don't have to sit all the way up. It's just a pull back and it's a crunch. You can take your hands to your head. Otherwise, roll up, take the weight down to the side, roll down to the back. You can use a little bit of momentum by bringing your weight up and overhead. Okay? I like to keep it above the chest and then really push the weight up using the six pack, using the core. Exhale. Time in. Pull the weight up over your chest, knees to tabletop, and we're going to dip the toes. Right, left. Here we go. If you need to modify, bring your hands underneath your glutes, and that's going to give you more support for your back. You can lose the weight, stack the hands underneath the butt. Right? If you need to modify deeper than that, you can start with the feet down and then lift the knees up one at a time. Just listen to your body right there. Keeping the six pack fired up. Pull your belly up. In. We're going to go again. Tight. Okay, round 2. We're going to start from the top. Double crunch. Reach it out. Tuck the knees to the chest. Ready? Here we go. Inhale long. Press your back down onto the floor. Don't let your back pull away. That's your core firing. If you feel like your back is coming up off the mat, the first place you're going to start is by bringing your legs up higher. The higher the legs, the less pressure in the core. And then you're going to start to modify from there. If that's not enough, bring one foot down, do one leg at a time. Make sure that back is down so your core works. And you're nice and safe. Exhale, squeeze. Time. Both feet are down. We're going to hit those sit-ups again. So roll up, tuck the weight to the side, roll back down. Here we go. Finding what's available for you, right? There's always ways you can make it a little bit easier, make it harder, grab a heavier weight. Tuck the chin, squeeze, roll up. Couple more, finish it out. Time on your back. Hold that weight over your chest, knees to tabletop, and we're going to lift the toes right left. Right. Your head up if that feels better for you, or let's leave the head down. Just really focus on that squeeze. Bring the lower abs. Bring your awareness to the space underneath your belly button. Bring your awareness to how your lower abs are lowering that knee down. Pretend like there's a ball behind your leg. So you're not bending, extending, you're tapping drop down to the floor, and we're gonna hit our sit-ups. We're gonna side to side. We're ready, here we go. Bring it down. Exhale, roll up, touch. Try to really roll your spine up and down off the mat, just like we practice in the spinal articulation of the bridge. That's gonna get a really deep activation of your six-pack, right? Whenever we're rounding, that's the outer layer of abs working. The core is gonna work regardless, especially as we're sitting all the way up. Exhale. Alright, good. Coming down to the toe dips. Knees to tabletop. Here we go. Point your toes. We're gonna tap right, tap left. Keeping the core nice and tight. Okay, you want to pretend like there's a bowl, like a grapefruit-sized ball behind the knee. So as you come down, you're keeping the knee bent. Right? It's almost like a bent leg lift. You want to keep the lower abs doing the work, so we're not tapping the floor by bending. We're not straightening out the leg. You're mindfully lowering at 90 degrees. Okay, final round, last round. Let's do it again from the top. Double crunch, we're gonna reach it up. Here we go. Finish it out. Minute 30. We're gonna turn for side plank. And squeeze. Inhale long. Exhale top. Keep pushing through that discomfort. Keep squeezing. Time, there it is. Drop your feet to the mat. We're into those sit-ups or crunches. 3, 2, here we go. We're gonna take that one to the side. Get the activation of your oblique. Get the activation of your chest. Every time you roll to the mat, try and pull your belly button a little bit tighter. Keep it, hold it, and squeeze. Finish it nice and strong. You're almost there. Keep going, keep pushing, keep breathing. Time. Okay, last 30 seconds. Let's do the toe dips. Knees are into tabletop. Here we go. We're coming down right, left. Hold the core in. Side control. And then right after this, we'll turn. We'll hit a side plank. So finish this nice and strong. Squeeze a little tighter. Pull a little deeper. Maybe use both legs together. That breath, right there, finish it. Finish it. Alright, good, rest out of it. You can lose your weight if you want, you can keep it. I'm not going to. So we're going to turn for side plank. We're going to keep doing just a static hold here today. So if you want, you can hold on to a weight. If not, that's really fine too. You're still going to feel it. So bring one elbow down on the mat. I don't care which side you start on. Okay, and then bring your feet out in front. So top foot's in front of the bottom foot. Top hand's going to belong to the exercise, and we're going to hold it up. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So shoulders are back, chest is open. We use the top hand so we can get a full activation, right? When our hand's right here, it's not doing anything. Your whole upper half is not doing anything, right? So keep that arm long. You can modify by bending the bottom knee. You can keep the top leg straight, right? You can modify deeper, or you can modify a different way by taking the top foot forward in front of you with the ankle underneath the knee. Okay, whatever's available for you is perfect. You could snap the feet if you wanted more. You could also lift that top leg if you wanted to be a little bit heavier. Find what's available for you. We're over halfway. We're only going to do it once. So tapping into the power of that position, right? Tuning in to how strong the core is. Continue to pull the belly button up and in to push the earth away from you, push the mat away from you, getting that dip in your side line. This is your last 10 seconds. Good news. Finish it out. And time. Good resting out of it. We're going to flip around because we're going to come to the belly. So we're actually going to do the belly first, and then we'll hit the side plank on the other side. So we're going to start. Okay, so we're going to start in a swim variation. So we're going to take the legs out. We're going to pump the legs. Elbows are going to bend to the rib cage, and then extend. You're going to straighten out. In and out. Here we go. 30 seconds. Okay, so nice tuck in the chin. Belly button pulls in tight to the backbone. Point the toes, and then reach the legs long. There's no bend in your knee. You're stretching, straightening, creating a long tissue. The shoulders are back in the socket. away from the ears, and the belly button holds it nice and tight. A little bit left. Time. Good. Elbows are going to come down. We're going to find a forearm plank and do a lateral travel. So you're going to lift yourself up, and then we're going to calf raise. You're going to push your heels forward, push your heels back. Here we go, 30 seconds. You're pressing the earth away from you. You're pressing the mat away from you. And then it's like you're underneath a coffee table. So you don't want to bring the hips up and down. You want to shift your weight just slightly forward and back. You can just hold it. You don't have to move. You can come down as well, hold it on your knees. That's okay, either way, whatever works for your body. We won't hang here for too long. Last little bit. Time, rest out a bit. Slide your hands to your rib cage. Push up, high plank, down dog variation. Right leg goes up. And in. Here we go. Right leg reaches up, find your down dog. Hold that knee nice and tight to your chest, or it's tight. Okay, you can modify by leaving your left leg down and doing just the right leg up and in. That's okay. Right? Either way is great. Abs are working. Right, heavier on top right here. When we're in that down dog, keep your hips closed. Try not to let the right hip open to the ceiling. One more. Time good. Mindfully lower yourself to your belly. Let's do it one more time. Last time you're going to do it, we're going to go for a swim. Legs are going to pump, elbows coming out. So same thing. And you have abs on your back side, just like you have abs on your front side. So we do back work like this so we can strengthen your back, supporting you in your everyday life, reducing your risk of injury. Squeeze through. Give me 10 seconds, finish it out. Time good. Slide your elbows to your mat, find your forearm plank. Let's lateral travel. We're going to push the heels forward, push the heels back. Again, pull the abs up and in. Know your modifications exist. If movement's not available, but it's just a tiny push. Want to make sure that we're not going so far forward that you're caving in. It's like an inch of movement. It's a little in front of the elbow, it's a little behind the elbow. A little in front, a little behind. Using that breath. Last couple, this is 5. Time, rolling out of it. Slide your hands to your rib cage, push yourself up high, plank, let's do the other side. Left leg comes up, down dog, variation. Pull that knee through. And as the leg comes up, keep the hips closed. Encourage the right heel down to the floor. As the knee comes in, slide it across your body the best you can. Keep it close. The higher the knee is, the closer your knee is to your body, right? The more your abs work. Because down here, it's not as active as when you're using your core to pull your knee up and into your chest. Last little bit. Time good. Drop that foot, feet together, knees out. Give yourself a child's pose. Hips come back to your heels, release your low back. Take a big inhale from your nose, a big exhale through your mouth. One more breath. Big inhale, big exhale. And then drop your hips down to the other side. So whichever elbow you did not start on, we're going to do that side plank on the other side. So we're going to drop down to the right. Okay, top foot is in front. Find your modification. Take your top hand that belongs to the exercise. And let's hold it. Right, so we're going to do 30 seconds right here, or 1 minute, excuse me. Again, shoulders are back. Using that top hand for support, opening up the chest, getting the lats, the postural muscles active. And then pulling the belly button in the best you can. We continue to push the earth away from you. Try and create that big C shape in your side line and your waistline as you're drilling your hips higher away from the floor. Over halfway. Keep breathing, keep squeezing, and know if at any point you need to take a break, get back into it. Nothing wrong with that. Right? It's not about perfection, it's about progression. For some of you, it might not be in it to hold for 1 minute. Know that that's totally fine. Do it for a couple seconds if you have to. Take a break, do it again. This is the last little bit right here. Give me 5 seconds. Pushing through that discomfort just a little bit longer. You got it. 2 and 1. Time to rest out of it. And we're right away going to come up to the top of the mat. So if you want to grab some water, please feel free to do that now. And bring yourself up.
If you always forget your water, that's where you're not.
I can't forget my water or I won't be talking. Okay, so we're going to break it up a little bit. We're going to start with the lower body. And then we'll come down and do some upper body from there. So if you want to hold on to a weight for this, feel free. You can totally add that. I, however, am not going to because I might die. So anyway, we're going to start with the feet in this chair position. So we're going to do a chair. We're going to step back to lunge. So you're going to sit down a chair. Right leg is going to stay standing. We're going to take it back to lunge. We're going to come into chair. Try not to stand all the way up. Back to lunge, into chair. Okay? 3, 2, here we go. 30 seconds. Chair pump, lunge alternate. Same leg. Keep your right leg standing. Every single time the right leg stays forward because we're going to hit it in that lunge in a moment. Step back, find your pump. Keep the abs tight. Keep the belly button in. And then keep breathing. A couple more, finishing that out strong. Time to leave the leg back. We're going to just pump right here. Really simple lunge, small pumps. Okay, so right leg is forward, left leg is back. I don't know if I said that right. We're going to draw the knee down, thinking about 90-90. You can always check, if you don't have a mirror, you can always look at your legs, right? Where are your knees, okay? Knee under the ankle, knee over, or knee under the hip, knee over the ankle, right? Knee over the ankle, knee under the hip. Checking, looking at about 90 degrees. This is an easy way to look down and check it yourself. A little bit left, we got one more move for that. Woo. And we're going to stay in the isolation. We're going to come to squat position this time. So from chair, we're going to step out wide squat. Right leg doesn't move, left leg does. Left leg in, left leg out. So you can see left leg in, left leg out. Right? It's a double pump in the squat. Keeping the right leg down is going to keep it dominant. So you'll start to feel that quad burning. You'll start to feel that thigh burning. Woo. Yes. Pull the abs in. Push. Right. So we're going to switch sides. We'll alternate through this set. Using that control, you're almost there. Time good. Coming up, we're going to switch sides. So left leg is going to be our standing leg. Find your chair. Left leg stand, step back to lunge. Step into chair. Here we go. Step back to lunge. Step into chair. So essentially by staying nice and low in all 3 of these moves, we're going to help isolate the tissue. So it's going to help create a lean muscle, a tighter muscle to bone. So you're going to be strong, you're going to be tight, and you're going to have lots of definition throughout the lower half. Abs are working here. Couple more. One time. Good. Keep the left leg forward, right leg's back, come down into your lunge. Let's pump. Get low. Catching your breath. Big inhales, big exhales, heart rate rises. A little bit on that first one.
Oh, I'm sore from yesterday.
Yeah. Right? Oh, watch out for that. And then hands can come to the hips, they can come in front of the chest. If you have weights at your side or at your chest, whatever feels good on your body. Using that breath, you're almost there. You got it. Time. Come up. Okay, we're gonna double pump. Narrow squat, wide squat. Here we go. Pump in. Right leg moves, left leg stands. In and out. In and out. Continuing to breathe. We're gonna keep the legs active. We're gonna go back to the other side. We're gonna do all 4 right here. So it's 2 on each side. And then we're gonna come down. We're gonna start working through some upper body. Woo. Pressing those hips back. Squeeze. Finish it out. Time good. Okay, we're going to go back to the top. So, right leg stands from your chair. We're going to lunge. Into chair. Back to lunge. Okay? Okay. Noticing your heart rate rising. Squeeze it. Using the breath. Using the control. Push. Press. Almost there. Pushing the hips back. Last time you're going to do it right leg dominant. Make it count. Time to lead the left leg back. Right leg is forward. Come down to your lunge. Let's pump right here. Here we go. Drawing that knee down. One of my favorites, lunge pumps, is going to oxygenate your blood, so we're going to create a tighter muscle to bone. You're going to improve the quality of your skin. Breathing through that, right? A lot of times when we sit a lot, that's what causes cellulite on the legs. Underactivation, not enough blood flow. So we pump, we oxygenate the blood, we flow it to the thighs, to the glutes. Couple more here, time, good. Step up, one more narrow squat on this side. So narrow to wide, right leg stands. Here we go, sit low. Left leg's in and out. Find your speed, right? You can go a little slower if you have weights. Otherwise, you can find a little bit of speed right here. The biggest thing you're thinking about is maintaining that alignment, maintaining the knees over the ankles, the butt back, the belly button in. Almost there. Finishing it nice and strong, squeeze it. Pushing through that discomfort. Time, good, okay. Last round on the other leg, so we're even. Find your chair. Here we go, sit low. Left leg stands, lunge back. Good, finish it out. It's a minute 30 and you're moving on. Finding that squeeze, draw it low. Squeeze it, draw it low, squeeze. Big inhales, big exhales, be in control. Great opportunity to practice that. Heart rate's up enough that we can bring attention to it, not crazy high, that we can't get it in control. So just bring tiny awareness there. So let's lunge. Left leg's forward, right leg's back. We're gonna come down small puffs. Here we go. Ooh, falling over. Making sure every point of your foot is activated. Behind the big toe, leaning slightly back into your heel. Making sure that you're not pushing forward into the toes, right? But you're pushing back slightly into that standing heel. Couple more, finish it. You're almost there. Keep squeezing. Remembering why you made it on your mat. Time, good. Coming up for our last one here. We'll give the legs a little break. So right leg, we're gonna pump in and out. Here we go, get low. Remembering why, knowing that having what you want always feels so good. So push through the discomfort a little bit longer. Know that it's you're creating change right now, right? Your body is responding when it's burning, when it's hard, when it's heavy. Your body is adapting to the stress that you're putting on it in a really positive way. Finish it out. Push, press. Time, good. Okay, we're gonna come out, you can lose your weights if you have them. We're gonna do a really short set of cardio. Okay, so we're gonna come out, we're gonna do some burpees here. So we're gonna take the push-up out. You can jump on top if you want. I'm gonna do a calf raise, but that's up to you. So it's gonna be hands up, we're gonna squat back, jumper step to plank, jumper step to squat, hands up with or without the jump on top, okay? 3, 2, 1, here we go. Up, down,
That's
down.
the dance.
Finding that legit squat, bend your knees, right? A lot of times we start to do one of these where we're just hunching forward, right? So all your weight goes right into your back when you do that, and that's not what we want. I'd rather you go slow and get into the alignment so you reduce your risk of injury, right? You're safe and you're changing. Squeeze, reach. Last little bit, finishing it nice and strong, time good, hands down. Julie's gonna stay up into a standing version. We're gonna do some mountain climbers, knees are coming to the chest. Alrighty, here we go. So, weight to the upper body. Stack your wrists underneath your shoulders. Press the earth away from you, the mat away from you, and then pull those knees in. Try and find range of motion. Sometimes it turns into like this little like, we're jogging, we're not jogging. Pull your knees in. Think about it like high knees. Pull them close. Big inhales, big exhales. Finding your control right here. You're almost there. Keep pushing through that. Keep breathing into that. Time good. We're gonna do it just one more time. 2 moves only. We're gonna come back to that burpee. Ready, here we go. So it's a spike of your heart rate. It's just 2 minutes of high intensity where you're thinking about your speed, right? You're keeping your nice alignment, but you're moving your body quickly. Finding that cardiovascular training. Burning fat, burning calories. Couple more. Keep pushing through. Squeeze it up. Time good. Hands come down. Step back to plank. One more. We're going to do that mountain climber. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pull it in. All right, so big inhales, big exhales. Keep leaning forward into that. This is one of my favorite moves ever. You're going to activate your abs. It's a great way to tone your lower abs as well. Your arms are getting tight and toned. Your core works. Your heart rate spikes. You burn the fat you don't need. Finishing that nice and strong. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep pushing, you're right there. You got it. Time, rest out a bit. We're gonna stay on the mat. If you wanna grab some water, do that now. And then, okay. Arms, yeah. We're gonna from the floor, so we've got a couple right here. So what you're gonna do is grab your weights. We're gonna start with a little bit of bicep curls, and we're gonna add a little hip thruster to it. So it's gonna look like this. You're on your knees. Okay, the feet are about hip width, the knees are about hip width. We're gonna curl the weight, we're gonna push the hips back to the heels, we're gonna bring it up, we're gonna squeeze on top. Okay, if it bothers your knees, you can just stand up and do curls, you can do a squat curl. If that feels better, you can just sit back and hold it if you need to. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So sit back, curl, bring it up, squeeze. Okay, I like to push the hips back, thinking about it like you're reaching your hips towards your heel. There's a little extra push back, and I get the full activation of the glutes by squeezing forward. Not pushing the hips forward, just squeeze, right? You see how my hips just slightly push? It's because I squeeze the butt, not because I do this. It's not in your back, it's in your butt. Push. Time good. Hands are gonna come down onto the mat. We're gonna find a plank, we're gonna row. So we're gonna take the elbows in, and we're gonna come back down. Ready, go. So you're in a high plank position. You're leaning forward into the upper body. Modification, you can do 2 things. So first, you can come into your knees with your hips still forward, that's still plank when the hips are forward. Right, your abs are still working a lot like a plank. You can pull back. If it feels a little bit heavy there, your back is tender, your neck is tender, pull back onto your knees. Your abs are still working, right? It's just not quite as much. Allows you to still hit the triceps. Pull it in, exhale, time good. You can keep your weights or you can lose them. For this one, we're gonna come all the way down to the belly and do a deload push-up. So elbows out, fingertips in. We're gonna lift the upper body, lift the legs, inhale. Exhale, you're gonna press yourself up to high plank. Here we go, bring it down. Lift, squeeze, exhale, push it up. Couple options right here. You can stop at your knees, right? Do the back extension, come just to the knees. Okay, if your wrists are tender, you could do the back extension and then come up into a plank position, right? So you still get the activation of the upper body. Squeeze it. Okay, the deepest modification would be to do just a back extension up and down, if that's what your body needs. Time, good. Push yourself up, pull your knees in. Let's do it again. Easy transition, your weights are right next to you. So grab them, sit up to your knees. Sit the hips back, let's go again. Push the hips back, bring it up to squeeze. Push the hips back, so again, 3 moves. Bring it up to squeeze. Focusing on the upper body, working in sections, squeeze. Pull the abs in. Drop the shoulders back. Control the weights. Great breath, keep it up, time good. Bring your hands down, weights down, find your high plank, separate your feet. We're gonna rub, elbows come in. You wanna try and avoid that wobble. So sometimes it turns into one of these where the whole body is twisting, right? That's not it. Stay forward, try and square your hips out, keep them square. It helps if you bring your legs wider, right? You can also make it harder by bringing your feet closer together, right? So they're touching or they're right next to each other. Okay, that'll give you an extra activation, make it a little bit harder for you. Maintain that tight stance. Time. Drop to your knees, push your weights just right out of the way. They're right to your sides. Back extension, deload. We're gonna lift, back extension, exhale, push it up. Bring it down. Inhale, exhale. It's a power push-up, so you can roll up, roll down. You can do it to your knee. Also, if you wanna make it harder, right, like a lot of times if guys want it to be a little bit more, push yourself up as one unit. So feel your whole body lift away from the mat all at one time, right? So it's not a roll, it's just this deadlift. Exhale up, it's gonna be heavier. Time, good. Slide up to your knees, let's go again. Pull them in, grab your weights, easy transition. Here we go, we're up on the knees, feet are hip width, and let's bicep curl. So hips back, bring it up, squeeze it. Hips back, bring it up, squeeze it. Shoulders are back, keep the abs tight, and keep that chest open. Push. Remembering that little push back, right? Don't just drop back, push the hips back to the heels. Get the glutes to fire. Quads fire. A lot like we did in our standing work. Time, good, bring your hands down, find your high plank, let's row. Step back. Here we go, pull it in. You got 2 more rounds like this, we're moving on. Keep that weight high. Forward, belly's tight. Exhale. Control it. It's not just triceps, it's a great back move. It's a great ab move. Challenging your core. Heart rate rises. As more joints move, as we add that weight. Last little bit, give me 5. Time, drop to your knees, slide your weights out of your way. Let's do our push-up, fingertips and elbows out. Here we go, back extension, deload. Exhale, roll it up, push it up. Find the control. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the glutes, push it up. And be mindful that you're not like a fish flailing out of water. Sometimes it turns into like this. Like, we're not doing this, right? What is that? Control it, like a slinky. There's no beginning and there's no end. It says pull and push. Use the control. There's no start and stop. It's a fluid lift and press. Time, nice strong, slide it in. Let's do it one more time. Grab your weights.
Oh, those 4 rounds.
Okay, last time we're gonna do it. Let's finish it. 3, 2, let's go. Push back. Bring it up to squeeze. We're gonna go through this. We're gonna do our cardio one more time. And then we're gonna finish on the mat with a little bit of low intensity. Just to bring the heart rate down. We'll ground and you're out of here. So finish it nice and strong. And you got like a little over 5 minutes left. Keep pushing. Squeeze it. Finish it. Tight, good. Bring your weights down, bring your hands down. Find your high plank, let's row. So step back. Here we go, pull it in. Okay, pull it in. You can bring your hands down if it feels uncomfortable to hold onto those weights, like especially if they're lighter. You can bring your hands down to the mat. I like to hold on to the weights. Gives me nice wrist support. Feels better for me, right? Might not feel better for you. So listen to your body. Give me 10 seconds right here. Keep pushing through that discomfort. Keep breathing. Use the breath. Squeeze it for 3. Push it. 2. Last one. Time. Dropping down and out of it. Roll to your belly. Move your weights. One more back extension. Here we go. We're going to lift. And we're going to push up. Right, when the elbows are out, it's going to let us hit the biceps to complement that bicep curl that we did. We get that high plank hold to tone out the whole entire arm. And then it's going to work the back and the triceps, which is also going to complement that back extension right here. Inhale, exhale. Finish it, less than 10, squeeze. Give me one more. Time, good, okay. So from right there, we're gonna finish our cardio. We're gonna do the same thing so we're consistent. So it's gonna be 2 moves, 2 rounds. We're gonna do a half burpee, and we're gonna do a mountain climber either on the mat or standing. That's up to you. I invite you to challenge yourself for this last little bit. If you think, I just can't do mountain climbers, give it a shot, even if you only do it for a moment, right? You gotta ask your body to perform for you. So we're gonna start that burpee. We'll start in plank in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Jump it in. Reach up. Bring it out. Challenge yourself on this last little bit. Knowing your workout is almost over, knowing this is your last opportunity to spike that heart rate. So make it count. Push and pull. Squeeze it. Finishing it nice and strong. Keep breathing into that. Out and in. Time good. Hands down or on top of these mountain climbers. And 3, 2, here we go. Pull it in.
For music.
Exactly. Get my mom in here to play the accordion.
Yeah, they will pull us off right now,
Right? Right? Doing mountain climbers for the German polka. Continuing to push, you guys rocking through. Feel the fatigue. And if you don't go faster, keep breathing. You are unstoppable. That's what my matches told me. Keep pushing. Time. Then one more round. Let's do that half burpee. We're coming up. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Up. Find that squeeze. Squeeze the butt. Reach. We add the arms and that reach actually brings your heart rate up higher. Lets you burn just a little bit more. I always tell myself, 1 hour, might as well go all out. 1 hour, might as well make it as hard as possible, make myself really uncomfortable, and get the results faster. Almost there. Keep it up. Tight good. Hands down or in your standing position, set it up. Let's run. Here we go. Bring it in. Pulling into the chest. Keep pushing. Right, keep your neck nice and long. I can't talk and keep breathing. Keep your neck nice and long. Feel how powerful you are in this position. I know mountain climbers everybody hates, but they're the ultimate, guys. It's core training, it's six pack, it's booty, right? It's upper body, it's toned arms. Do it, get it out of the way, and you're gonna be thankful that you did. This is 5, finish it out. Time good, rest out of it, drop to your knees, and press your hips back to your heels. Child's pose. Big inhale, big exhale, reset your breath. And then if you want to grab some water, go ahead and do that now. We're going to spend a couple minutes on the mat, and then we'll be done. All right. So, here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to do a little full body. So, flip onto your back. We're going to start in a bridge position. So, grab your weights. We're going to do some chest. Chest and glutes. All right. So, check it out. You're going to bring, you're going to bring your ankles underneath your glutes. You can bring your legs out to a wide bridge if you'd like to. If you have a band, you can throw it on. For 30 seconds, we're going to go hips up, chest press, and we're just going to come back down. Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, let's do it. Hips up, chest press, bring it down. And again, either a wide position. Okay, you can bring your feet hip width, whatever feels good on your body. So a little bit of full activation here. Exhale, squeeze it up. Pulling the abs in. Squeeze the glutes, especially on top. Time good. Hold your hips up, bring your arms down, and we're going to pump. Hover above your mat. Tiny little pulses. Keeping the hips high. If your back is tender, go ahead and leave your feet or your hips down to the mat. Otherwise, keep it up in that bridge. Keep the chest active. Keep that squeeze. So just a heads up on the next move. If your weights are a little heavy, you're either going to go down to one weight or you're going to go lighter. Find the squeeze. We're going to get a little shoulder activation. Breathe into it. Time good. Take your weights so they're at your hips. Hips are going to come down. You're going to go hips up. The arms are going to come up and overhead. Palms face the ceiling. And then back down. Hips come down. Full activation. Up and back. Here we go. If your weights feel a little heavy, right? If you feel straight in your shoulders, if you don't have lighter weights, I'm going to encourage you to go to one weight. Same thing. Hips up. Bring the weight up overhead. And then come back. Hips down. Hips up. So we're continuing to work the glutes. Same kind of activation. Squeeze it. Bring it down. Squeeze it. Time good. We're going to start over. So if you lost your weight, grab it. Elbows come back out. We're going to go hip raise, chest press. Here we go. Down together, up together, squeeze it. Exhale. Pulling the core in. Push it up and away. You can always take that bridge out. Right? You can keep the hips down if you feel like maybe you would rather do abs. You could hold your legs up to tabletop, right? You could even come down and dip the toes and then come up together, one or both. Okay? If you feel like the legs are not happening. 10. Good. Hold your hips up. Arms are going to hover. Chest press. Let's pump up. Pull your abs in. Feel the weight in your heels as you squeeze the butt. Almost feels like you're going to tuck your tailbone. Pull the belly button up to the chest, into the back mode. Keep the abs tight. Use the breath to support you. Squeeze it up, up. Continuing to push. We're going to do one more round. After we do our shoulder, you got just 3 right here, and then we'll finish it from there. Last little bit. Time to coming down and out of it. Lose one weight if you need to. Okay, we're going to go hips up, weight comes overhead into the shoulders, and then bring it back down. Bring it up, squeeze. All right, so it's almost like we put them together, the bridge. We get a full range, and then we get a static hold. Lifting through the shoulders, strong joints. You're gonna stretch the abs a little bit. You're gonna use your abs to pull that weight back in. Breathe into it. Down, up. Tight, good. Okay, let's do it one more time just so we make sure we get that nice burn. Grab your weights. Find your bridge position. Here we go, hips up, weights up. Bring it down. Up to squeeze. Knowing it's your last round, 1:30. Okay, we're not doing 4, just 3. Find that control, find that push. Okay, you're welcome to do 4 if you're willing. Continuing to squeeze the butt. Exhale. Still working the biceps when we do chest work, which is awesome. It's going to complement that push-up and those curls just a little bit. Time, leave the hips up, elbows out, let's pump. Shoulders are back, right? So just because you don't feel the burn in the biceps doesn't mean they're not working. Helps you just get everything sealed together so you're lean and you're tight and you're defined. Keep squeezing the butt in that hold. Right? Knowing you can bring your hips down if it's not in the back. Listen to your body, honor your body. Last little bit. Keep pushing, keep squeezing, keep breathing. You got it. You got it. Time. Good. Resting out a bit, one way or both. Our last 30 seconds. We're going to go hips up. Here we go. Find your bridge. Bring your weights up and over. Bring it in. Bring your hips down. Bring it up. Bring it in. Nice stretch. If your triceps are sore, you'll feel that nice stretch as you come up and over. It feels pretty good. Bring it down. Last couple. Finishing it nice and strong. This is your last move. Almost there. Almost there. Time, there it is. Bring it down. Bring your hips down. Loose that weight. And then hug your knees into your chest. Okay, maybe reaching for opposite elbows. When you do, pull your tailbone down. Try and flatten out your back and take a little rock. Side to side. And then release your left leg. Pull just the right knee into your chest. Let's get a little stretch right here. I like to grab below the knee, then pull it. Avoid your rib cage. Try to touch your armpit with that knee. Keep both shoulders down on the floor. Massaging your extending colon. Good. Pull it back to center. And then just release it. Let's do the other side. Pull that left knee up. Right leg straightens out. Pull to the chest. And then avoid your rib cage around the body to your armpit. Massaging your descending colon. Massaging your organs as you pull that knee in nice and tight. Use the breath. Exhale. Pull a little deeper. Good. Releasing out of it. Keep the right or left knee there. Pull the right knee in to meet it. Rock yourself up to a seat. Okay, we're going to do just one on top because it feels pretty good. So bring your legs out nice and straight, right? Get the flesh out of the way. Scooch forward. Okay, inhale, arms up long. As you exhale, bring it just in front of your chest. Back is flat. And then start to pull your belly button. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Pull your belly button in to touch your thighs. And then when your hands get past your toes, come all the way down. Right? A lot of times people think that it's about your hamstrings being straight. I'd rather your knees be up freaking here and you're actually touching, because that means you're going to actually stretch from the back side. Right? It's about not how deep you go. It's about being in the right alignment, and that's where the stretch is going to come from. So don't feel like you have to be straight. That's not it, I promise you. That's just how we pull into the knee. This is how we strengthen or we stretch the back, the glutes. Let your chin tuck even. You might feel, I always feel a really great stretch to the back of my neck and shoulders. Taking 2 more deep breaths right here, noticing how gravity is getting you closer to your legs. 1 more inhale. Exhale, let it go. And then on your next breath, slowly start to roll yourself up and into a seated position. And then for a moment, just sit however's comfortable. We're going to finish with a grounding as we always do. So sitting, lying, whatever you like. Shoulders are back if you're seated. Nice tuck in the chin, palms up, ready to receive, or maybe you need palms down, grounded into the earth. Find what feels good and then close your eyes. Take a big inhale through your nose. Big exhale, H-A. And just bring your awareness to something that you're grateful for. Fill your body up with gratitude. Maybe it's gratitude for a body that works, gratitude for health, gratitude for your family, your support system, especially in times of need. Having the awareness that everything is always working out for you, that the universe has your back, Just holding that in your heart, that gratitude, that peaceful knowing of you are taken care of. I am taken care of. Sitting with that. Take a big inhale through your nose. Big exhale. One more time, big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Open the eyes, and your last breath takes your arms up. Big inhale, arms come up to the sky. As you exhale, come into your heart center, bow into self, feeling incredible, feeling amazing, feeling better than 1 hour ago. That's right, guys. Thank you so much for spending your hour with us. We will be back tomorrow. I want to say there's a 10:30 with Julie
boot camp.
And then at noon, Amelia will be doing a flow class. So join us back here tomorrow, either at 10:30 for boot camp, at noon for a flow, and maybe you want to do both.
Today at noon, Eva from home is going to be doing a Pilates class. So if you missed this class and you want to join in for her, if you haven't checked her out before, she is an amazing instructor. She's going to be on our Live 103. She's going to try and do both Instagram and Facebook. So check both those out. We thank you guys for joining us. Love you so much. See you next week, or next week.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And now, right?